Hi, Twitch. This is nice. It's beautiful. It's silence. It's not gonna last. Just take a moment and enjoy that. Just a few minutes. So, let's go join them.
Oh, I'm just starting role playing.
So, where are you guys?
Fearless Wolf.
Okay. What are you doing there?
Waiting for it to be dawn so we can go on the boat ride. Or nighttime to go on the boat ride.
I would say Don's like
I know, right?
solid 8 hours away. So, it's in your hands.
Okay. Well, Atlan, who is a very pale elf with white hair, he's also a ranger with a quiver of Alona, so he doesn't have anything on him except for his armor and cloak. He's in the wolf, pretty much looking over the notice that is in the Fearless Wolf about Hofsa.
Mm-hmm.
He has sat down, pretty much talked to a few people about who are interested. Got some information from Karik, who talked to him and told him about the last group that went to those islands, helped with a mining expedition of some sorts, and they dealt with the cave dragon. So now we are to head to the same island in the atoll area, go to the Twin Peaks Inn to talk to, I think it's the owner, for more information about
give me a perception check.
the town of Hofsa. Okay, let me open up Atlan's sheet. On a 24.
You hear screams outside.
Atlan rushes outside.
Okay. You got what, 120 feet of dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see something big in the sky. Kind of glistening in the moonlight. Flying over Penrith right now.
Oh no.
It's really big.
Like really big?
Yeah.
Does it have a certain shape to it? Does it look like a bird? A bat?
No, neither of those. It looks like a long lizard with wings.
Oh, great.
A few screams.
Can the rest of us?
If you roll perception checks, DC is 15.
I was going to say, Atlan peers his head inside of the wolf and calls for the group.
Now you may all go.
Calls for the group that you
I
all
don't see a
assembled.
single thing.
Yaha doesn't actually hear you call.
Yaha. Atlan's looking through the door at the wolf, looking at her.
I'm blind.
She says that to you, hearing her name.
Eliana will rush out.
Ilion, it's massive. It's circling.
What color is it?
It looks white.
Huh.
Oh no.
Hello? She'll say in Draconic.
It's way up there. It probably didn't hear you.
Oh.
I think you have to yell it louder.
It seems to be looking for a kitsune.
Maybe you could do a sending.
Oh. Well, I would need to. I could.
This is weird.
What the hell is a kitsune?
It seems to be. You don't know that in character.
Okay.
Forget what I
You
said.
know what? What dragons aren't?
What direction is it in?
It's circling around the wolf. Just, a few 100 feet in the air.
I open up the door, look to Kark, and say, Kark, there's some type of lizard-like thing with wings up in the air right above your
A dragon?
establishment.
Lizard-like
Yes.
wings, yes.
It looks white. Do you know anything about this?
That means it's probably a white dragon.
Okay.
Okay, and then he heads back outside and looks to the rest of the party, really confused. Why is there a dragon here? And he scans the area. He wants to see if he can see any guards and what they're doing.
What dragon?
Radon, I think, have seen us, right? 'Cause I got 18.
Yeah, you guys can see it now. Even Yahoo
Okay.
has been pointed out to her by the rest of the party.
Okay.
Radon looks to Ant and is like, I have no idea. This is the first time I've ever actually seen a dragon here in Penrith.
It's
And
massive.
it's what?
It's massive.
Ant's looking like. Are there any guards around outside the fearless?
They're
Wolf?
what? They're looking.
They're just looking.
What are
I
they
pull
gonna
out
do?
my
It's
dragon
like
action
6
figure.
or 700 feet in the air.
Okay, I look to the rest of the party and I just say, I don't really know what to do in this situation. We can't really do anything if it's all the way up there. Are we still going to go to the docks and head to this Hofsa that the notice said?
Rihanna will cast Sending to the Giant Dragon.
I just move a little bit out of the way.
Okay.
And it probably speaks common, but just in case, she'll ask it in Draconic.
Mhm.
Hello. What are you looking for? Do you need help?
That's what you asked the dragon. The white dragon. Okay.
Yep.
It responds back, I'm half tempted to eat the kitsune. With a stress on half. And then it flies away.
So, because sending is verbal, we heard this, right?
Yes.
Or well, we heard her side.
Her
You
side.
heard mine. Yeah.
What did the dragon say? And
You heard it in Draconic. I don't know if you speak Draconic.
No.
Yeah,
I
well,
know Draconic.
it's like words.
Zany does.
Yeah.
Radon has no idea what's happened.
That is very true. Okay. What did you just say? And what language was that?
It was Draconic. I asked the dragon if it needed help. I told it hello. It said it could.
I mean, it's leaving, and Alan's just watching the dragon fly away.
Yeah, flies back up towards the mountains.
Oh god.
I pull out my dragon action figure from the fair and I
Oh,
just play
God.
around with it.
Is it the North Mountains?
Yeah.
Oh god.
The place where
That-
it lives.
Does Atlan know about the dragon?
Does now. That it's a dragon. And it flew off north.
Oh god.
And you also heard about it in the Windy Bear.
The Misty Varian? Or Tavern?
Windy Bear.
Windy Bear. Okay. Never seen it then until now. He looks at the rest of the party and just says, well, are we going to the docks and finding a boat to Hofsa?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
I am ready to go.
And he looks
Before
to,
that happens. Oh, sorry.
he looks to Zanny and kind of looks to her and says, no Michael today.
She shakes her head.
Alright,
She's like, no, he's not in a state of mind to go anywhere.
Atlan nods and begins walking to the docks. Well, let's go.
On the way there, zooped and zooped because now Yaha is holding both Ileana and Rise's hands.
Oh, God.
Radon looks at Rise and
Please make me an
Yaha.
athletics check.
Oh no.
If you'd not like to have your hand randomly held, you may make acrobatics or athletics.
Athletics.
You will be
Athletics.
considered grappled.
Okay, athletics are kind of. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Rise says that he's too cool for you. Just moves his hand.
Rise what?
Rise just kind of moves his hand out of the way as you go stumbling forward.
Too slow.
Radon looks at Yaha and says, "Are you sure you're okay to go? You're kind of leaving someone behind, you know? Someone that's important to you."
She's not important.
You know what? I think I should stay behind.
Okay. Bye, Poppers.
Bye, guys.
Alan continues walking to the docks.
Well, Radowin, that was rude.
I was asking if she's going to say anything to her before she leaves.
That
So-
wasn't what you said.
There were 5 of you now board the boat to the docks. Who's paying for the boat ride?
How much is the boat ride?
It depends on what captain you hire. Who's generally got money?
Not Antoine. He has like
I have plenty of them right now. I'm not spending any of it.
62 gold.
So there's a number of ships in the harbor. There's a couple of captains. Who's approaching to do the talking?
We could just look for a canoe.
A number of ships.
Ileana will step up and ask, I guess, if there's a such thing as a dockmaster, if there's any ships scheduled to go to Hofsa.
Scheduled? No. It's 10 p.m. at night. You could hire a vessel. You'd be paying for it.
Radon will
much would
ask
that
around to
cost?
see if there's any boats that are actually going to go to Hofsa.
Okay, give me a perception check. Or a persuasion. Give me a persuasion as you're going to have to try and get that information. Alright. Going to hospital? No. You're going to hear of any boats planning to set out tonight. Firefly, you had another question?
Yeah, I was asking if there would be any ships willing to take us there.
A dockmaster, willing to tell you, probably, you'll pay for it, but, I mean, you'd have to ask, individual captains.
What are their names?
What are their names? What captains do we have tonight? You have at least 3 captains. They're all male humans.
It's Captain Throdnot, yeah.
He looks with a raised eyebrow.
White dragonborn, very tall.
Sorry, I'll be back literally in 10 seconds.
Those are the names you get. Brodrin Deddings, Harper Viprin, and Julian Hoare.
Thank you. And your name, sir?
Because of all the notes. Joran Fossaway, and I will type it out for you.
How much are each of these boat rides to go to Hofsa?
Depends on what
Cool.
It would depend on what you were, Really depends on what you make out for a deal, because at this point,
It's quite
no one
the
is
set.
sitting there.
Well, Ileana, if he points out where all these people are, Ileana will try Bodrin Dreading first.
Okay, yeah. So you make your way over to a kind of a ship. There's a couple crew members sitting on the docks. There's like a light on inside the cabin of the ship.
Ileana will reach down and knock on the side of the boat. Hello?
Kind of a window opens. Yes?
We were wondering if you and your crew would be willing to travel to Hofsa.
We'd be willing for the right coin. What's your offer?
$50 gold?
He laughs and closes his window.
She not on the boat again?
What? He cracks the window.
Was it too low? And if so, by how much?
By a lot, dear. Those rocks at night, dangerous.
Goodness, very dangerous then.
Oh, it is very dangerous.
Would 400 gold work better?
Persuasion check.
Okay.
Is this each or just in total?
You don't know.
Oh.
Make it 500 and get on board.
I'll look to the rest of the party. Say, would you guys like that?
Is it? He looks at the guy. Is it 500 each or?
Oh, you're offering
500
400 each. By all means, hurry up.
No.
Come on.
Wow.
He laughs. Says, give me my 500 gold and get on board.
Thank you.
Anton,
And she'll pay him the 500.
Okay.
I will be right back. 1 second.
Everyone get on board.
And she will jump on board.
All right.
What's
Everyone,
the ship's name?
I don't have one. I will get you one in a second. Other name generators. Let's see. I'm clicking a random generator and seeing what happens. This name
Go
could be
for it.
very. Apparently, I clicked the instrument name generator, so it has the name of an instrument.
You know.
It's known as the Silno drum.
Nice.
So, where everyone's on, you guys make the journey to the Atoll. Takes you about, I think it's 3 hours, if I remember correctly.
Sounds right.
And you end up landing up here at the docks. So,
Before we dock,
of course,
as a precaution, Ileana would like to cast telepathic bond to those in the party.
mm-hmm,
As a ritual.
of course. Take about the 10 minutes as you're pulling into dock, and you get telepathic bond up. So, Sparts, are you back? Okay. Who wants to talk to Carrick?
About
This mission. No? Anyone?
well, kind of like Aitlin's in charge at this point,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess I will ask, since he's not here, Karuk.
You're already in the Atoll. You're 3 hours away
Oh.
from Carrick.
Hey! They can't hear me.
No, I can't. No. Even on his nat 20 perception check, can't hear you. However, Jacob's not here, Fallen. So, there's a number of ships in the docks unloading or loading cargo. A couple people kind of make their way up to you. Business.
Hopefully, we're here to talk with Salma. She had some business. We
Okay.
came from Penrith.
Do you have the invitation?
I beg your pardon.
I have a
Wait,
copy.
invitation?
The paper, the envelope that gives you access to Hofsa. The one that was sent by the ambassador.
I believe Rise tore that piece of quest off the
He did not.
notice board.
He did not. Because Carrick has it in his pocket.
What did I write the other day then? What did I tear off?
You saw the letter Carrick posted.
What did I tear off the other day?
What
No,
bounty
don't
did I
take
destroy?
that. Don't take that.
What other bounty did I destroy?
Yes.
Rise
Well,
wonders
the
to
quest.
himself. So, anyone else have a letter?
Would Ileana have gotten one when they went to meet the commander before? I know.
Nope, different island.
Okay.
That's the
Yep.
Sils Archipelago.
Indeed.
Kind of looks at all of you. So, no letter.
We're not. Well, we're not given a letter, but then.
Did you remember at the beginning of it to check in with your quest NPC? Somehow the guard asks.
That's a very good point.
For any potential information that comes out just before the one shot.
Yeah, we left that up to Adeline. Not throwing anyone under the bus, because we don't do that.
Under the boat.
Under the wagon.
Kind of looks at all of you. Sticks his hand out. Looks at
Give
all of
him
you
a
with his
high
hand out.
five. Give him a high five.
Puts his hand on his blade.
Guess he doesn't like high fives.
That doesn't keep my family's bellies fed.
Wait, what are you asking? Is a
He's
question.
asking for money
I will give him
Okay.
5.
because we don't have the letter of introduction that we need, that we should have gotten because we should have talked to Carrick before, but no one did. So we each need to pay him some money.
I'll give him 5 gold.
Puts it in his pocket.
I will give him 200.
Puts
Holy
it in his
hell.
pocket.
I'll give him 41
41.
gold. Yeah.
Okay, puts it in his pocket. Different number.
Awfully specific.
Only
It really
so
is.
Makes it even.
It really is awfully specific. Tree.
It's only so I can have an even amount.
I'm gonna make sure you never find even gold again. It's my new quest in life.
Please don't. Oh, please don't.
It's my new quest.
I just like separate it into silver and copper pieces.
I'll make sure that that doesn't even
just
add
so
up.
it's even.
No, I'll make sure that doesn't even up. So,
And I'll pass him 20 gold.
okay. So we just have Ant who hasn't done anything, right?
I believe so.
The rest of you were let by. Well, up to the teleportation circle, it's much quicker.
I'll pay for ants.
Teleportation circle. Might we... Where is this teleportation circle?
The instructions were in the letter.
This is why we need to take the quest.
Yeah. Or talk to the NPC. In one shot.
You wouldn't happen to have
That
a
is an option.
copy
Good to
of
know.
that quest on you?
Why would I, a dock guard, have it on me?
I don't know. Why would you, the docker, know what we're doing and where this teleporter is?
Because you said you were going to Hofsa. So unless you plan to walk through the 2 days in the woods and then climb the mountains, you'd be going to the teleportation circle.
Could you please show us where it is?
He points to the large stone building up the rail.
Thank you. I'll flick
So
him
who's-
another gold pin.
And you're paying for Ant? How much are you paying for Ant?
20 gold.
Okay, it takes 20 gold. He starts walking away as you hear a real guard scream out to you. Hey, quick, stop that! And the guy's gone.
Oh God.
The guard's gonna chase down this
At a
man.
quarter.
Have we just been robbed?
Yeah,
He's chasing down this man, you say?
yeah, he's out of sight. So you walk up towards the teleportation circle. A large stone building, a couple actual guards out front. As they look to all of you. Who are you?
At all.
What did you say, Slade?
Sorry, did you say how tall are we?
No, who are you?
No.
We're from Penrith.
We're adventurers from Penrith answering a notice that was put on the board there at the Fearless Wolf to meet with Salna for information of the
Oh, yes, you're Salna's company. Right this way.
Thank you.
They open the door as you guys all walk in. And is this all of you then?
Drake, NPC, Inland Inn? Yes.
Yes. He's just got him under one arm, just kind of dragging him sideways.
Like a block of wood.
We were expecting 6 of you.
How many of us are there?
So we...
That was my fault. I'm sorry.
Yes, we had a communication issue.
Ah, this can be dangerous, you know.
You're telling me.
As you guys, you see a wizard kind of come in, and he sticks his hands up. Are you all ready then?
Oh, no more wizards.
Do you say
Yes.
that out loud?
No, hell no. We're telepathic. Haha.
Good thing he was reading your mind. He just
Yes.
glares at you, guys. And you just said that into your girlfriend's head. Just want to point that out.
Yes. You're not going to teleport me, are you, wizard?
Yes, I am.
Just make sure I've got my clothes on. I've had bad experiences before.
He raises an eyebrow. No clothes, got it.
No, with
And he
clothes.
the arcane's light starts to build. Up and up and up. Hey, what's up, Courtney? As you guys enter a different building. However, it's much colder. You are higher in the mountains as you make your way to Hofsa.
See, Ileana, this is why I must ask for clothes on when I get teleported.
His clothes are all backwards.
Go to pull up my hood. Wait a
Can't
minute.
see.
I'm going to find a bush and get changed.
Yeah, it takes you a minute. You get changed. You're kind of standing. The teleportation thing is right here. You are kind of standing out in the cold. There is no roads. You see this entire kind of city built into this almost bowl-like mountain pass.
Wait, we're in the mountains?
Yeah, you're at Hofsa.
It is chilly up here.
It feels like home.
There seems to be a Yaha here. Yaha,
Oh, yeah.
how did you get here?
Oh yeah, let me do that.
I'm back.
Nope.
Yaha's gone!
I'm sorry, Peppers.
While you were away, there was this person, because we didn't have a letter, because we didn't talk to Kirk of introduction for passage over here. We ended up paying for entry. It turned out he wasn't a row guard. Rise paid 20 gold for you to get in here. And we went to a teleportation circle.
They got robbed by a thief on the docks.
Yeah, because no one did inside.
It's alright, at least I didn't give him $200.
Dollars.
Okay, that
What are
sucks
these
already.
dollars?
Doll hairs.
What is this dollars?
Antolin's gonna look to everyone else and just say, well, the lad just said to go to the Twin Peaks Inn.
What letter?
The notice that was back in... That was on
Yeah,
the notice
give me an
board.
investigation.
Okay. $14.
Something in your front pocket.
I look in my front pocket and pull whatever's out.
There's a letter there.
I open the letter.
It's the invite, and it also says, shows you a map of where the Twin Peaks Inn is.
And
Carrick, I rolled behind the screens. Carrick Net 20 decided into you when the dragon happened. Since you didn't ask, since you got distracted.
yeah, it was a big distraction.
It was only half a distraction.
Is this supposed to be the introduction papers that you were
Yes.
talking about? Ant puts the papers away and pulls out the map and says, it's like, he looks at the map and then looks at his surroundings and says, this way, and starts walking towards the Twin Peaks.
Okay, so you guys, you climb. It's a decent climb, even though you're walking up a road that is shoveled. It's still a little bit icy, but it's kind of more towards the night. Most people are in. Eventually, you do crest the top of the ridge, and it kind of leads you towards the inn. You guys are going right to the inn, right?
Yes,
Yep.
we have job to do.
Sure.
You guys all enter the inn.
This is a nice inn.
So,
Atlan pulls out the letter and looks at it again, and he looks around and goes up to the is there a the bar, someone at the bar, or
yeah, there's someone behind the bar.
Atlan walks up to that person and says, excuse me, is there a Selna Blackmont here?
So enters at the bar. Okay. Generally, yes. Who's asking?
He shows the letter. We are from Penrith.
Looks at it. Pulls it back up, hands it back to you. She might be a little bit. Make yourselves comfortable.
I'm going to insert that just because we were just robbed.
Why is she going to be just a little bit, sir? What's your name?
My name, I believe I already copied down for you. Nope, I did not copy. Give me 1 second. He's not named the same thing as the boat.
Although that would be fun.
Yes, his name is Silim Drum. It's Benham Hallow. It should be Hallow, not Hallow. It should be an O at the end, not an A after the double L's.
Understood.
You are one of her workers.
I'm a barman, yes.
I'm going to insight that only because we're robbed.
Do you say that out loud? I'm gonna incite you because we were robbed.
No, I don't.
He's behind the bar. He's looking at you oddly because you're like giving him the eyes.
Yeah.
He's gonna incite you back.
Uh-huh.
Are you coming on to him?
Oh no!
No, I'm not.
He seems slightly disappointed.
Atlin looks to the rest of the group and just shrugs. Well, if she's going to, I guess.
Why is she going to be late, Mr. Hollow?
She's currently in a meeting.
But
I'm sorry, but that is none of your business of who she's meeting with.
I don't ask Benma.
I
Is there
can't hear you.
a-
Hold on. Firefly, what was the last thing you said? I could not hear you.
I told him thank you. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I was just
he-
curious.
No, he was, he was genuine in his apology. But, it's still his boss.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, Radwin.
Sorry about that. He asked Mr. Hollows, like, is there a stage where I can perform?
Private or...
Public.
He kind of motions that if you look at all the pictures, there's no stages.
Okay.
They're only private performances here.
Understandable.
But
Is
you
this
could
right?
probably find work around here.
What is this place?
It's a bar. Drinks are being served. There's a couple different rooms.
I'm going to go up to the railing.
You're gonna go up to the upstairs?
Yep. So I've posted. It's on the third slide.
Yep.
It's just leaning on the railing there,
Okay.
looking over.
Alright.
What's Zanny doing?
She looks at the barman and she goes, "Can I get a glass of whiskey?"
I was gonna put you at the bar as well. Yes. What quality? He's got low, middle, and top shelf.
Let's go average quality.
Pops the middle, fills a glass, slides it to you. That'll be 5 gold.
And she gives it to him.
Takes it, bites it, checks it's real, drops it down. So,
And she drinks it.
alright. So, back to Ant. Anything you're doing?
Simply, I'm like looking around at the scenery. We're just waiting for this person that we're supposed to be talking to come.
Number of people, number of different conversations. Are you interested in any of them, or are you just waiting?
Well, I'm just gonna follow what we're supposed to be doing from the letter. So nothing of interest. Just looking around.
Okay. We'll go to Ileana.
Ileana will be looking around, just out of curiosity to see if there's anyone of the arcane around.
Give me an Arcana. You might think that one or two individuals have some sort of arcane gift. I mean, you're in a bar of probably 100 people right now. And you spot about 2.
That's pretty good.
Anything else?
Can she listen? I don't know how to say listen to conversations.
Maybe perception.
See what she can glean.
Eavesdrop.
Exactly. Yes, you can. Which conversation would you like to listen to? Is there any keyword you're looking for? Or a topic that would draw your attention. There's conversations, bragging about who got the biggest piece of mithril from to other stuff, so what is exactly going to draw your attention?
Ileana would be interested in Tales of Magic.
Okay. Go to my notes. Give me 1 second. Crits for all members who have not imbibed liquor. Crits fails for members who are getting liquored up. Well, Zanny, you have a crit fail. Everyone else has a natural 20.
That's not very nice.
Love it.
So,
Thank you.
you over here, the walking window, that back room. It's got all sorts of magic trinkets back there. You won't let anyone in. That is what you hear with your natural 20.
Interesting.
So, Redween.
Radon is also going to look around to see if he can hear anything about a group of guild that he's looking for called the Ravens Ford. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Ravens Ford.
Okay. Roll me a perception. And just for those of you that never had that 20, you have to say it before you use it.
Okay.
So, you listen, you don't seem to hear anything.
Okay.
I'll take us, we'll do Zanny first.
Thank you, whoever gave us an extra.
Fallen.
Oh, thank you, Fallen.
So Zanny,
Yep.
what you doing? Actually, you know what? Why don't you make a con save since you're drinking?
Okay.
Oh, you'll use your nat 1.
No, I don't want to do that.
Zanny's face hits the bar.
Oh, I don't want to do that. I was gonna roll.
Nope,
Oh no.
nope.
Atlin is going to make sure she doesn't fall off her bar stool. And look
No,
to Ileana.
you look at the bar stool and they're slightly
Oh, okay.
tilted forward to make you fall onto the bar.
It's slightly what?
Slightly tilted forward to hit the bar.
So she's like perfectly angled to the point where
Yes.
she's not gonna fall. Atlin grins at this.
Ileana rolling like a boss.
Atlin looks to Ileana, says, "How can someone so passed out be still in one single spot?" And he kind of like motions to Zanny.
Rogues.
Rogues. So, Zanny, roll me a d10.
Okay.
Oh no.
Blame the chat, not me.
9.
Next 9 rounds, you are completely unarousable.
Awesome.
Unless Ileana would like to use her 3.
I like to what? You cut off.
Use your 3 and change her 9 to a 3 so she'll only passed out and unarousable for 3 rounds.
I would like to.
Okay. Only 3 rounds then is she uses a reaction.
Yay, thank you.
So Rise, what are you doing up top?
scouting, checking out. Well, just basically
You
looking
watch
around.
Zanny's head hit the bar.
Yeah, well, that's just a regular blimmin' weeknight event.
Ileana would relay over the bond what she heard.
I'll just make a perception myself to see
Sure.
what I find out.
What do your Elven eyes see? Lots of people. A couple of these rooms are closed up. You know, people you can't make out what they're saying from where you are, but there's definitely conversations being had.
What about guards?
From where you are, there is a few guards.
Interesting.
A couple posted outside one or two of the rooms. Looks like a couple off-duty ones, generally in the bar. There's a pair of bouncers.
Okay. I'm just going to be staying up there and waiting. Just waiting for our point of contact to come out.
Okay.
We have the bond up, correct?
Yes.
Ellen would just, over the bond, say, the sides are now passed out. Zanny, can we not draw attention or cause trouble? We're here for a task.
I didn't believe any one of us was.
It's just for future references. And he kind of motions from Ileana back to Zanny. She's passed out, drunk already. It's
Ileana nods.
So, that being said, back to Ant.
the person that we're supposed to be talking to has not come yet?
It's only been about 10-15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna look back to the barman and just say, how long is she supposed to be? I'm quite curious.
I don't know. No one sent any word that you were coming.
Yes, I guess it's our fault. And Ant's just gonna look around the room again.
Emotions
This,
is there. Do you need a room for her?
and looks to him and shakes his head. No, I think she's quite perfectly comfortable where she's at.
I'm still going to charge her for a room. You know that, right? She sleeps there all night.
Ant nods, and then he's going to make a perception check to see what he could hear. The key word he's looking for is something about Hofsa.
Okay.
29.
There's two conversations. One seems to be about Mithril and Hofsa, and the other one seems to be about trouble in Hofsa.
Let's go with the first one.
Okay. You hear generally about kind of a new mine that was set up. They're pulling out massive chunks of Mithril. Should really help Hofsa grow quickly, is what they're kind of saying.
Yeah.
The gist of the conversation.
Okay.
Anything else?
Would it be another perception check to see if you could listen to the other conversation?
Let's try next round.
Okay.
All right, Ileana.
Ileana would like to do a perception, I suppose.
Okay. What exactly is she listening for? While you roll.
People talking about Salna.
About Salna?
Mhm.
Okay. On a 14, you don't hear much. You know, the bar is kind of drowning out anything as you're trying to hear. Anything else you'd like to do?
She will look to Zani and check and see if maybe she's going to wake up. I know not to.
There's like a small pool of dribble by her mouth. I mean, she probably only took 2 sips of the glass and it was a rough night. What's up, Chris? Your current girlfriend is passed out at the bar. So Radovine.
All right, realizing that he did not hear anything about Ravensport, he's going to listen in to see if there's any private areas we can perform in.
So you're gonna give me a persuasion check, as you know, there's people kind of talking and hiring at the bar, ordering a private room, asking if there's entertainment around. Give me a persuasion. Okay, 17. One pair of gentlemen looks at you and says, "Alright. Are we paying you based on performance, or are we paying you based on you just showed up?"
Based on performance.
Okay. You will go. I'm going to put you on map 4, even though map 4 isn't really a thing. You kind of enter the room. They open, they let you in first. We'll get you your performance in a bit.
Okay.
Rise, you watch Radowin enter a room with 2 gentlemen.
I'm going to go to that door and stand on the outside of it and listening in.
Okay. Give me perception. On a 17, you can't really make out the words unless you're going and putting your ear on the door from where you are. So, I mean, you don't hear any screams, you don't hear anything that sounds like a scuffle. So,
I'm guessing I'm over here now.
you can just stay in the same spot. That's fine.
We've got telepathic bond as well, so let's not attack.
Yeah. So,
that'll do me.
Zanny, you dream of kill stealing and drool. You see Michael do 99% of the damage to this large group, 3 enemies, 3 ancient dragons in your mind, and you just walk up while skipping and stab them all barely, and they all die, taking all the glory.
Sounds about right.
Great dream.
It really is, yes. So, top of the round, a door, Ant, that you can see, opens up in the back, and a elven lady walks out, and the bartender makes his way over to her. He says a couple words. Seems to thank him, and then walks out. And looks to the. Is this one with you?
Is she looking to Zanny?
Yes. There's a nice pool of drool just kind of coalescing on the bar.
He looks to Zanny and then looks to her and nods slowly. Apparently your whiskey is very strong and she cannot handle it.
She looks at him and says something that you can't really hear unless you perception.
Okay. Perception?
Yeah, you and Ileana can.
Okay.
Yeah, natural 20.
Okay.
9?
Alright. You both will hear it. You didn't water down the middle shelf. That's all she says. Hey, what's up? So, you, do you try and wake up Zanny?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a strength check, as the only way to wake her up is to give her a good slap on the face.
I can't, get one of my oh god, where is it? Water skins and, drench it on her?
Sure.
Can you not? We'll get this person's bar wet.
Do you have something to clean it up?
I do not.
He
She
sighs.
flicks her wrist and says, dump the water on your friend.
He nods and does so.
Zanny, you can make me a Constitution check to see if we can wake up. As 5 gallons of cold water are poured on you. She seems to sleep through it.
Constitution is not something I'm good at.
She goes, do you have another one?
Yeah,
Alright.
I have another one. And I
Make another con check.
This time a little lower on her back so it seeps through.
Oh, that one. Right down your spine, like right into
the
the little crack in your butt. Like, it's cold. You jump.
At this point, I
Alright.
think she's playing Aquata more than Zanny.
Oh my god, that'd be so bad.
So you jump.
As soon as she jumps, Alan looks to Ileana and, leans on the bar, like not facing her.
Salna precipitates the water off the floor.
Thank you.
She nods. My bar, gonna keep it tidy.
Handy skill.
Alan nods and thanks. And he mouths thank you.
So then, shall we?
He nods and looks around. And over the telepathic bond, he says, Selma is here. Are we ready to leave?
Or the telepathic bond, Radman's like, I'm about to perform, so give me some updates.
Alright, I'm on my way down.
You're about to perform.
Over
So
the
you
bond.
rejoin the group, Slade?
Yeah,
I'll be up with you.
I am.
Correct.
So give me some updates how I'm going to perform.
Okay. So, Zanny, you had a little buzz going on because you didn't drink that much alcohol, but you were
I took 2 sips.
you are soaking wet.
I shake it on Antlin.
And dexterity saving
Shake
throw.
all the water on Antlin.
16.
Yeah, he seems to avoid most of it. If you're gonna try any more, you might hit Ileana. I will let PvP happen naturally.
I look to Selma. She's making more of a mess.
She sighs and starts precipitating the water dry. Not on Zanny, just on the bar. Are you, well, let's head to the back room, please.
Alan nods.
I'm just going to move you guys to, the second map, even though you're in a private office.
Okay.
As, in case Radwin comes down to the bar. So, Radwin, the two gentlemen look to you and say, well then, perform.
Or I'm going to use my nat 20 to perform.
Okay. They're watching. Sana closes the door. As you guys enter, there's a large kind of oak desk that she is sitting behind. There seems to be... everyone give me an investigation check on the room. That's a
I'm gonna
9.
use my net. I'm gonna use my net 20.
Okay. So Ileana and Rise use their nat 20s. Ileana's naturally. As there's a number of interesting things on the walls and behind cases. Rarer things in sort of the grand scheme of things. Stuff you wouldn't expect to see in a bar, Rise. Some of the blades. There's no way a bartender is going to be able to own these. You also would get that, Ileana. Some of them are Ileana, give me a follow-up Arcana. I know you're proficient in it.
Cut out. What did you say?
Give me a follow-up Arcana
Okay.
based on your nat 20. Zani, you are not proficient in Arcana. What about you, Slade?
Let me check it out.
Because Zani isn't proficient in Arcana, correct? Dree?
I'm not, but
Okay,
I have
so
a
no.
+4 in Arcana.
However, no. Need to be proficient in it.
No. I'm not proficient in Arcana.
Quite a few of them seem magical, Ileana. But on a 15, you can't tell what they are. Advantage to all party members and Sev. Fallen gives you all advantage on one roll. You need to, again, call it up before you use it. And I also have one.
Oh god.
Okay.
So,
Thank you, Fallen.
as we kind of come in here now, as we are pretty much in the heat of it. So then, you are...
We are from
And
the...
she seems to rub her forehead. The competent people which I seek.
Alan looks to the party that's gathered and nods slowly. We are from Penrith. There was a notice pinned inside of the furthest wolf.
Yes, there was. From the ambassador. That being said, looks to Zanny, looks to Rise, sideways looks at Antlin, and then looks to Ileana. The work might be out in line for 3 of you.
Repeat.
3 of us?
The work might be in line for 3 of your skill sets.
Oh. How so?
Well, there's a power vacuum now in Penrith, is there not?
Power vacuum?
Yes, there's one organization that no longer exists.
This is true.
Alan, does Alan know about this?
About what?
The organization? I think I know
Sure,
what
give
it
me
is.
history.
Okay.
Do you...
History. Nah.
Nope. He's like, he's struggling with it.
Yeah, no. I think I know out of character, but well.
Good. And well, I mean, with their departure, it leaves more work for the rest of us.
Alan looks.
More
to-
work of the same type or different?
Well, I mean, similar. I wouldn't say we'd ever go as far as they did.
Alan looks to all 4 of us that are in there, and looks to her. You said work for 3. And the thing I might possibly know that 3 of us have in common are... Looks to everyone. Our ways with our sneak ability of sorts.
Yes, you would be correct. She kind of looks to Ileana. Sorry, dear, while your talents can be useful, they're not required on every job. Though I'm sure if you're skilled in magic, I can find use for you.
You cut out, Siv. What'd you say?
If you are skilled in magic, I'm sure I can find use for your abilities.
Well, being useful for my abilities is always a plus.
Yes. So how do you feel? Interested in the offer?
Can I go ahead and ask her? I believe I do know, but she's speaking of. You're speaking of the Thieves Guild. That was. right?
Yes.
Okay. And when you say that you hope not to go as far as they did, do you?
I would not openly murder cities. And she says it frankly.
That's a relief.
Enemies, however, you know, sometimes they need to be dealt with.
Who would you classify as an enemy then?
And those that wish harm to the family.
Alan raises an eyebrow. The family.
Yes. We are basically a family.
What would it be to roll to make like an assumption?
What is your assumption that I can give you the roll?
Well, she said family,
Mm-hmm.
and we're talking about Thieves Guild, and this bar is different from most. So my
Very different.
assumption, yeah, my assumption is this a Thieves Guild we were actually in and not an actual bar?
Give me, I would say, another investigation.
Investigation. Shit. I'm gonna use my advantage.
Okay.
19.
19. Yes, you are in a Thieves Guild, but obviously the bar is real. There are regular customers. This is their front.
Okay. So the bar is just a front, and
Oh, don't get me wrong. It produces quite the bit of coin. Takes care of some of our things.
he nods. So, what exactly is the tax that was posted on this notice? And he pulls out the notice and shows it to her.
Well, it's more of a summons, really. If interested, you'll be contacted with a task. If you complete the task, you'll be gain entrance into the family. There's plenty of work here on the Art Told. Mithril is a very valuable commodity.
Ellen nods and then just looks to the rest of the party and then looks back to her. Now, if I may ask, what exactly are we to do? Because depending on what the task is, and if it's out of my ideals, I may have to decline.
It is a simple procurement mission. You will gain the item for us, and then you will bring it back here.
Are we going to obtain this item through stealing of another person, or are we going into...
I don't decide how you do your job. I simply ask for the item, and how you go about it is up to you.
You know,
What's the item?
A very rare item, actually. And she kind of slides a piece of paper across the desk.
Mm-hmm. Raz will take the piece of paper and have a look at it.
It seems like a crest
Oh,
of some sort. It's actually,
show it.
it's on a shield. But it's a
show it.
crest that you don't really recognize, Raz.
Yeah, I'll show it to Eliana and say, do you recognize this?
Iliana, you can be a history.
Okay.
It could be.
You do recognize this. This shield, and let me get you the exact name because I know you're going to ask for it. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I spell it right.
I'm gonna need all the advantages.
I knew I had that. It is of the Hofsa family. Hosta family.
oh,
On that, you would know that This item was initially held in the Oak Manor prior to the collapse. It was the shield of one Stakver Hofsa. Not Hofsa, Hofsa, sorry. I can't believe I put this in the town that the name's almost similar. I hate myself already for this, don't you worry.
Terrible idea.
It's just different wording.
Stackver?
Yep.
Thank you.
It was his shield. And it is hostile.
So tell me, where is it being held?
She would relay this information to them over the bond.
Mm-hmm. She looks and goes, that's
Okay.
part of the trouble. As you know, with the collapse and the uprising, items, it should have been still in Oak Manor, but who knows where it went to. That is part of what is going to either make you, and whoever you decide, should gain entrance. Either worth it or not.
Let me ask you one thing.
Sure.
How much is it worth
To you or to me?
to you?
I have a buyer lined up for it. Your cut per person will be 5,000 gold. If you were trying to sell it on your own without the right contacts, you might get 5,000 total for it.
That's a good amount of dollars.
What are these
Then-
dollars?
Alan shakes his head and looks. And does he know anything about the Hofsa at all?
You can roll me a history. It's going to be hard
Oh
because of where
God!
you were.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Anyone else like to roll history? Zanny, you've been off the pilot. Over there.
Oh,
Probably the
sorry,
hangover.
I can try.
Okay.
Okay.
Apparently, Fallen pulls an Oprah. You all have a crit.
Oh,
Sweet.
Would anyone else like to roll history of the two people in the room?
Sure, why not?
If you're going to use your natural 20s.
I'm gonna let her go first, and then I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I'll use my natural 20.
You'll use your natural 20. We have story time.
oh my God! Story time is my favorite time.
Story time.
I gotta add that in my notes. Story
Okay,
time.
so Oak Manor was built about 850 years prior to when this game started. Owned by the Hofsa family. The mansion was called the Oak Manor. The Hofsa family would own this property for generations, up until they were pretty much eliminated in the events of the collapse. Way back in the early days of Penrith, we're talking like Oxton time. So, the port, one of the port was quickly taking shape. Stakver, the owner of the shield, moved his family's wealth into the shipping industry from farming. As their wealth grew, they finally came to enough power, to buy the manor that Oak Manor would stand on. The manor would host a large number of parties in the early days of Penrith. However, the family became more ruthless and less about the people as their generations and wealth grew. During the culling, they had a large amount of political power, even so much as into the military. They had many trade agreements with Clearhill, and they saw the opportunity to side with Clearhill to gain more power. Torna Hofsa was the head of the family at that point. She was a female.
Spell her name?
Torna. She was very much on the side of Clearhill to cull the land of half-elf children. She was not very tasteful about them. There was much unrest in the city as this broke out, especially as the refugees from Clearhill made their way onto the streets. Many rumors during that time circulated. You natural 20, so I'm going to read you it all. Circulated about the involvement of supplies not making it to Kandar Hold. That were actually may have been plots by the Hofsa family to weaken the line and help Clear Hill push to the south, which is now. This was written before we named a northern country, so all this would be referred to as Astaria when I say Clear Hill. Collapse and uprising. Okay, giving you the everything concerning the Hofsa family. The collapse was a very trying time for the land. The property was under siege early in the first dawn as Goldoth, Goldoth, Hofsa, made his best attempts to get his family out of the property into the docks. The manor was burned to the ground after being looted by the Thieves Guild. The property itself was then used as hanging trees for other nobles during the uprising. It took the citizens nearly 2 full weeks to cut all the bodies from the trees just on their property. That's everything you know about Asta. I will respell. It's Gold Oth. Yes. No, not Hofsa. Hofsa.
I did too. I think I got most of it, but
I know you guys are taking notes, and we have the video on demand, so you guys can go back to. Either rewatch it, or I can copy stuff for you. I'll let the two of you, since you're mods, know where you can find the information, because they'll be posted. So, that's what you know, Ileana, as you give all this information in this long-winded, eloquent speech over the telepathic bond.
yes. It's beautiful.
So,
5,000 gold.
Is that literally all you
I'm sorry, was there something over the telepathic bond?
That's the entry job.
Okay.
So there could be more profitable ones in the future. Since she's being frank, I'm gonna ask the lady if, with what she has, and if they do get the crest and let the buyer. It might not be any of your business, but would you know if they plan to use this crest as ways to revitalize the name?
I generally don't ask them what they do with what they're buying from me.
That's a good.
It's a shield. If I was stealing, I don't know, a heavily arcane item that could cause mass damage, well, I might look into what their motives were, because it could be used against me.
That's a good business plan.
And against Penrith.
Penrith, generally, no offense, not my concern. We are a separate nation than they are.
What's this nation called?
We are the Atoll. We have just simply used the name of the island. We never decided we needed to name it differently.
Everything
Okay, I
changed
just
when the
wanted to make
Atoll
sure.
nation attacked.
Everyone changed, yeah.
Oh.
The Fire Nation attacked.
How do you spell Erditol?
IRT space ATOLL.
I imagine it with a Scottish accent like Atoll.
Oh.
It's literally the name of the island. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, but then I thought.
It sounded so weird. Okay.
So then, do we have an agreement that you will procure this relic?
So, I have a couple of questions, actually.
Motions to you to ask questions.
Do we know where such relic was last seen, or in the histories?
Last we knew, it was hanging over the Oak Manor central fireplace.
Can I insight that?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Anyone else?
I mean, it's really Ileana, Slade,
Well,
Ant, and
Zanny's there.
Zanny. Yeah.
What do you have for dinner, Tree?
I'm sorry, I'm having pizza rolls.
Are you
You didn't
inciting
share?
this?
Lucky.
You all seem to see that she's telling the truth.
He nods. His next question: where was this building last located at?
It would be near Paramount Squares. Would be the property.
Paramount Square.
Yes.
By how many? I would say.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I have not stepped foot in Penrith.
He nods. So you don't know?
I only know that it was near Paramount Square.
Okay. If this item is in possession of someone that is within Penrith residence and it's not, hidden away in such dungeons of the sorts.
I mean, depending on what the Thieves Guild did, they could have easily stashed it somewhere else, or where I don't know. It was rather dangerous to travel to the port where they were openly killing civilians. I didn't get a chance to ask them, where are you hiding such a shield?
Yeah, everything I'm saying, and what she's saying, I'm saying it over the bond
Yep.
for Rado and Tyr. Okay. Paramount. I would, for now, for me personally, I would say we have a deal only on my behalf. I can't speak for the others. But
Looks to Zanny.
if this is in possession of someone and not in a ruins of sorts, then I cannot make this deal.
Well, I'm hiring you to bring me an object.
He nods.
If you're only going to do the job because it's easy, well then, maybe you're not a candidate after all.
It's not that it's easy, and he kind of looks to the others. I may be a rogue of sorts, but my honor is my word.
And you'd be giving me your honor to bring me back an item. You would not break your honor. You signed a contract, you did what was needed to be done to bring it back. And she's going to try and persuade you. And I'm going to use my advantage.
What is it to go against persuasion?
Insight.
Insight? I'm using my nat 20.
Okay. Good, because she rolled a 31.
Yeah, nat 20.
Then, and she goes, all due respect, but there's the door.
He looks to the others, trying to gauge what they're over the bond. He says, if we accept this job over the bond, are you all willing to steal this item if needed?
It's 5,000 each way, and no one's getting hurt.
Looks to Zanny.
If you had said 5,000 and membership.
Ooh, what does a membership imply?
Membership
Means
means
you-
you have a Thieves Guild at your back.
Zanny.
Like ally back, not
Everybody
like stabbing
just
in the back.
went silent. Past minute.
He's asking you if you're willing to steal to join this guild and get 5,000 gold.
I need that membership for my backstory more than anything.
Well, Zanny.
Over the bond, Zanny says. To me, at least, gold isn't worth losing myself in another guild.
He then, I guess, talks to Mir, Radowin, wherever he's at.
Radowin, she's not even aware that Radowin is part of this. Salna's not aware, part of this conversation.
Yeah, but he's asking Radowin over the bond.
Yeah, we've been talking back and forth over the bond. With the bond, Radwin says, I am willing to gain some allies, especially for what's going to be happening to Penrith, but I'm not so sure if I'm good at stealing things. I can help out as much as I can, but I am not good at stealing.
Over the bond, Ileana would just say that the task wasn't given to us.
Okay, I have to get
I
going
don't
for
know.
like hopefully 15 minutes, no
Are
more.
you,
but,
okay,
you know,
Slade. She's gonna offer you a contract to sign. Are you signing the contract?
Yep, done. I need
Okay.
what she's
Rise
offering.
size the contract. She rolls it up and drops it into her desk. It doesn't seem to hit the bottom. And then she closes the desktop. So the rest of you are out then.
1 moment, please. And he looks like he's lost in thought, thinking to himself. But over the bond, he's asking Ileana for her last input.
What were you trying to say? I just wanted to get him so I could have an answer. I meant Firefly. What were you saying when I had to just see if he was signing or not?
Oh, I was saying to Radwin, and as far as I know, we don't have a yes or no in this. We're not the ones being offered the job.
She's offered you because she said she can find you work.
Oh,
There's a sheet of paper in front of you as well. She's rolled up Ant's and Zanny's.
Okay, sorry, I gotta get going real quick. I'll be back
Yeah, I
as
got
fast as I
Go
can.
for it. He looks like he looks like he's lost in thought. But over the bond, he's asking Ileana. So, are you willing to steal if necessary? Your I don't know what to call him. Your other self, and he was, he's referring to Rise. Seemed quite eager to.
he did, didn't he? This time. No. Not for them.
So you are denying the contract, Leona?
Yes, I already belong to a Marathon Lost.
She rolls up the paper and says, very well then. Unfortunately, I won't let you praise things in our vault then. And she takes the contract and puts it away.
Price things in your vault.
Oh, very magical items, books, everything.
That's interesting. Are they like the ones you have here?
Oh, these are more copies. Forgeries, if you will. To test people. Real and more powerful things lie in the vault.
Gave copies magic as well?
Oh, yes.
That's just interesting. What did they do?
Well, for here, they provide a distraction for people to attempt to steal from us, gauge our members, gauge people we bring in. The real ones are much more valuable, of course. Stronger.
Alan looks to Zanny. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna tell her I bet they are. It's very interesting.
She motions, well, ladies and gentlemen, it would seem that the three of you, your business has concluded. I will...
Did
Yes.
Antlin not want to sign the contract?
Nope.
Just because I didn't hear Spartan say that.
Yeah, he
but
did
he
not
seems
want to.
like he's undecided.
He's.
Okay.
I mean, well, it's not that he didn't want to. I resisted the persuasion only so he can choose for himself. He looks to Zanny once more. Are you in with Rise, or are you keeping your word?
Material possessions aren't as interesting to me as they are to others.
He nods. And looks to her again. There is one more member that is apparently performing.
If they missed the meeting, then they missed the meeting. I
He nods.
apologize, but
I don't believe I can bring myself to do this.
it is not for everyone. As you guys start to leave, as Rise would stay to discuss more information that is not to outside ears, Zanny, give me a perception check. As you're walking out, Ant and Ileana walk out first. You kind of seeing the door. She waits to see you exit. As you start closing the door, you hear her say to Rise, "Well, you should meet our great rogue. He's a master of shadows, and he has no equal." And the door closes.
Cheers, what?
That will only mean anything to Tree.
Zanny takes a deep breath. And she shakes her head. She keeps walking.
So, it is late in Hofsa. You paid for a one-way trip. Are you guys remaining, or are you returning?
We are.
Ileana
How-
will stay.
Yeah. How long till?
You would be able to hire a boat in the morning for cheaper.
Well.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't Ileana. It was the twins that did it.
Did what?
They. Actually, Ant's remembering that. Ant's gonna look to you, Ileana. Are you the same as the two blue elves? Referring to your powers.
Wizard?
Do you have a way of teleportation as they did?
I don't know if they did. I had ways of teleporting.
Such as?
Give me time in the morning. I could make a circle and we could go that way. Back to the Arcana. Or we could teleport randomly. And I could try for the Arcana. We could end up on a great adventure.
I think
We could
that we
try
should
that.
wait for your other self and Radowin. Where is Radowin?
Radowin is still performing. He was hired for a time, and when he is released, he is released.
I think we should wait for Radowin and your other half before we.
But as a stay in the night then. Your friend doesn't need to pay for a room.
So it would seem, Mr. Hollow.
At 5 gold, everyone's sleeping by themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. takes 5 gold from each of you. You guys kind of make your way up to rooms. They show you to, like, it's down a secondary hallway, and the rooms, the doors all seem locked. They're well furnished.
Okay.
That being said, as you guys are checking out your digs, Radwin.
Yeah.
One of the vendors you're playing is just about ready to let you go. Please come here. I'd like to show you something amazing. Part of your payment. And he holds his hand out, and there's like this. It's like a hilt. He says, "Have you ever seen such fine craftsmanship?"
Radon takes a look at it and says, "No, I have not."
Would you like to hold it? It is fantastic.
Okay.
So
I hold it.
Hold of it. He lets go his hand. The dagger is covered in blood. He smiles and makes his way out the window, calling the guards.
Oh, crap.
The other man slumps over, his eyes still open. What are you doing, Radovin? You're gonna roll initiative. I'll roll.
Oh, shit.
You shit inside check.
Roll again. Roll off.
Oh, crap.
He rolls 15 again. Alright, you're first to act.
Okay, Radon's just gonna drop the dagger and just like, what the hell? I don't understand what's happened.
The man is already, you look back, the man is gone. Not in invisible range.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Radwin
You're in a
is
room
gonna...
that is locked. There is a small window to the outside.
Radwin's gonna look outside to see how far the drop is.
Let me just look. I know what side of the building you're on, but I need to remember what's there. Oh! Oh, it's a drop. You're talking a few hundred feet. Because you are in the western end of the building.
Oh, sweet! I can do something about that! Okay, how well can I see out the window is the question.
You can see 60 feet into the darkness.
Yeah.
What was his weapon?
Right over maybe jumping. Yeah, 60 feet darkness.
Or I can do an interdimension door.
But you don't know how far down it is. In character.
Yeah, that's true. And that's true. Yeah, that's true, that's true.
You probably have 6 seconds left in the bond.
Oh, 6 seconds left? Just like guys, I'm in trouble!
Guys, I'm in trouble, and then it ends. What are you doing, Radwin?
Radwin is gonna attempt to jump out the window.
Okay. So, Radwin, give me a general acrobatics. It's kind of a squeeze to get out. Takes you a little bit. Your feet are there as your turn ends, as you start free falling. The guards, he went out the window! And they start chasing the rest of you at this point here. Guards screaming. We need a cleric! And, general other debauchery happening outside. Do any of you exit your rooms?
Anton knows better. I don't think he's gonna leave his room.
Okay. Ileana, do you leave your room? Firefly?
No, because she can do sending in her room.
Okay. And Zanny, do you leave your room?
Oh.
You just hear shouting. You hear Radwin, I'm in trouble.
Actually, you know what, Seth? Because of my honor thing, I think I'm gonna exit my room.
Okay. Let me roll me an initiative.
Can I stealth out of my room?
you don't really have much place to stealth. You could quietly exit your room, but I mean, there are guards, and there is really nowhere to kind of hide in an open hallway.
Okay, I'll get out. I'll go
Oh,
out.
there we go.
Roll me an initiative tree.
Can I use my advantage on my initiative?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Oops, I didn't press my
Oh,
token.
roll it again, and then if it's 10's higher, I'll put the 10 in.
Yeah. I still have that secondary net 20, don't I?
You do.
Okay.
So, Radwin, you're free falling
Oh, yes, I am.
in darkness, pretty much.
Yeah.
You are going pretty quick. What are you doing? You have a reaction to anything?
Is there anything I can grab nearby?
Sheer cliffside.
Oh God. Holy cow. Oh God. How far down is it? Like few hundred feet?
You don't know. You're looking at darkness.
Damn it.
You have a reaction. You impact the ground. Now your turn. Do you have featherfall?
No.
Yeah, jumping out the window is a bad idea. How many hit points does Radwin have?
62.
Okay.
Do you have a net 20? Oh wait, you used it, didn't you? Or
I
does he have
did.
a secondary?
Do I have a second? And not 20?
I don't know. It still won't negate all the damage from falling. I need you to make me an acrobatics check
Okay.
to not impact at full force.
Damn it.
You will impact at full force.
Oh shit!
Radwin, you quickly see the roof to this building coming up. You hit it. You're out cold. You've already taken 63 points, 163 points of damage. You didn't take 126. You're not dead immediately.
Oh, thank God.
The roof itself, from the impact, collapses. You impact into the floor, the hard stone floor. You're at one death fail. You just dropped 200 feet onto a roof.
Oh, God damn.
So, there are screams from down below which echo in the valley. That being said, the guards are going. They are screaming out. You hear a number, Antlin, as you're out of your room, making your way in that general direction. You hear kind of like a chain of guards calling
Yeah.
down from one another as they are, would be patrolling the streets. They can, instead of this one guard having to run all the way down to him, right? They are calling one guard to one guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The next one to get to the closest one. What do you do? What are you doing? It's your turn now.
Okay, so they're rushing down the street? Is that what I heard?
They're not. These guards are moving. A couple guards have barred the room, but a couple of the guards that were off duty have picked up their swords. Not even in full armor. They're holding the sheaths,
Yeah.
and they are running out to kind of go assist as the chain of guards is calling one to the next. They're all moving in that general direction, but they are calling out just to alert the next one. Big sounds echo here because you're in a bowl.
I'm going to... This is against my better judgment. I'm going to follow the guards up. No, actually, no. I'm going to look for... Shit. I'm going to try to look for the woman. So,
Salna?
yeah.
She's coming out of her office, rises in there talking with the other individual, and she's
Yeah.
heading upstairs quickly.
Like up to her room or
Up to the room
where
where this happened.
I'm going to follow her.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be even paying attention to your presence.
Yeah.
But she kind of heads to the room. She looks to both of the guards. They do pull their spears back, and she steps in. You are not allowed to enter at this point. The guards don't know you. You're some random.
Okay. Then...
You can see her. She looks distraught.
That's the one jumped out of the window?
That's the one that the person, Radwin jumped out of this room's window. The window's shattered. Give me a perception check. Zadie, would you be following him? Because you could be there when this is all happening.
15.
Yeah.
Okay, you're outside. You can also give me a perception check.
If there were screams,
Okay, you're coming out and joining the others? Okay. So also give me a perception check. Since you guys, the three of you I'm just gonna add you into initiative, Ill. Just gonna put Illy.
it's for me.
And just put you... I'm gonna put you as a 15. Just because you'd be acting last.
Fine with me.
And you kind of see something on the ground. Zanny, you see... two nat 20s to Radwin, to Zanny, and to Antolin.
2 each?
Yes.
So I have 3 now.
As Chris is with you.
Oh god.
Thank you, Nosy! I feel so loved!
Okay. So, Ant, you see a dagger. Ant, you see a dagger. It seems to be in blood. On it. Zanny, you see the dagger. You see what looks to be a body slumped over with a thing. You also see Radwin's loot sitting in the room.
I see who?
Radwin's loot is sitting in the room. You weren't fitting out with it.
Oh goodness.
That's all that is seen in this room.
I was like, grab the loot. They're not gonna
Good luck on that one.
No, if they won't let us
Natural
in.
20 dex.
You're gonna actually grab the loot.
No, I'm not. I promise.
Okay.
No,
I
I'm
would
not.
say
It's a
because I will.
joke.
There's more. And 2 nat 20s for Ileana because Chris didn't want to forget about you.
I'm
Thank you.
going to wait next to the door. Because...
Okay. Radwin, death saving throw. That is 1 failure. So that's 2 failures total. 1 more failure, you are dead. The guards start coming through. There is the people in the house start screaming as they run out. Someone just fell through their ceiling. You landed here. Roll me a d4. Radwin. See what room you landed in. You landed in the little child's room. You just traumatized the little child. It was parents' bedroom, children's bedroom, their kitchen / dining, and then their storeroom. So, there's a little girl crying out on the streets as some strange man just died in her bed. The guards are entering. They at this point start cuffing and detaining. Even though you are dying, they're guards. They don't have any way to not make you die. Ant.
Yeah.
Zani and Ileana, you see Salma turn. There's a fury in her eyes. She looks to you. You said you had another friend playing. She points to the loot.
He was apparently performing for some patrons of yours.
Did any of you go on any earlier Hofsa adventures? There was 2.
Us? No.
Of the 3 of you. That would be the one where you guys fought the Enchanted Beauty one in the Mithril Caves. And then it'd be the one for the caves.
The cave dragon?
Mhm.
Aska came to talk to us, but I don't think any of us were on it.
Still did the cave dragon, and I don't think I've been on.
So is this your plan all along, the three of you?
No.
No.
You're
Our-
gonna have to persuade her.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
What about you, Ileana? Natural 20 as well?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. And I say, no, and I show her the paper again. Like as I
That
said
doesn't-
before.
That doesn't mean that you didn't come here with ulterior motives, but I believe you for now. However, your friend just assassinated the ambassador,
The ambassador of what?
Galanto Tadan, of the Urtatol.
That's this place, guys.
Yeah. The ambassador, the one that does all the stuff with Penrith. Just assassinated him. Anyone like to do anything else?
Do you have proof of this?
Points to the loot, points to the bloody dagger, points to the dead body.
No. Did you see him do it?
Points to the window he jumped out of.
Let's go ask him ourselves.
If he survived the fall.
Isn't there a way
How
to...
far down is it?
About 200 feet, depending on exactly which way he pushed off.
I've survived a 300-foot drop. Let's go talk to him.
Hold on. I want to look at her and look at the dagger and say, look at the dagger. Is there any insignia on it of sorts, or is it just a plain dagger?
You can try and make me a investigation.
Natural 20.
Other than the handle being ornate, there is no insignia on the dagger.
There's no what?
No insignia on the dagger. The handle's a little bit ornate. It's nice. It's well crafted. It's very beautiful.
He shows her the I guess the hilt of the dagger. Have you seen any of your customers or your barmen with this, holding this type of dagger, with this
No,
ornate?
nor would we ever assassinate our own ambassador.
If he was in here, that means he paid for a room. Yes.
That he did. He doesn't have to pay for rooms. He's the ambassador.
But he
the-
walked in and he paid for a performance. Yes.
He did pay for performance from your friend.
What did
They also have
there we go.
his loot.
That's true.
Isn't there a
I
way to
still-
track down
Dagger
the
is
person?
magic.
What did you want to do, Eliana?
I wanted to see if the dagger was magical. Over.
Sure, give me an arcana. You're doing this at a distance. Doesn't seem to be magical, just seems to be pretty. It's worth quite a bit.
That's cool.
Okay. I look to the lady, and I look to the dagger, and I say, isn't there a way, or do you know anyone that can, I don't know, track down the person that this dagger belongs to?
Best
I
we can
don't-
do is the person that last touched it. On my end.
I can say, at least for my personal, in the short time I've known our friend that jumped out that window, that I don't believe him to be a killer.
I don't believe. I believe each and every one of you said you had no idea of this. However, your friend was also not in the meeting.
No.
Conspicuously made sure he was not there.
He looks
I
to.
I will ask all of you politely. You are not being detained in Jokes and Guards. They are still our guests. They kind of both nod to her. I will ask that you spend the night here. While we let the guards handle this. Is that fair? I will not get involved either. I will make sure that they do not touch you.
Seems fair to me.
Atlan nods. I have nothing else to hide, and I'm sure our friend here has nothing else to hide either. Why they jumped out the window was probably out of fear of the consequences, and
The consequences of their action. Yes, to have no say, to try and escape a murder. And she kind of looks to all of you. If you will apologize, if you will give me your apologies, I'm quite sorry. I must send word that the ambassador is dead.
Did you know him personally? No.
I did. He was a good man.
did she say he was the ambassador of Penrith or the ambassador?
He's the ambassador of this island. They're not a huge, thing. So he probably dealt with Penrith and a number of other nations. It'd be
Okay.
what you could glean without knowing more. It'd be much more of a history check. It'd probably be disadvantaged since this is your first time here. And there's not a lot of written history in Penrith about Hofsa.
Anton will look to Ileana and Zanny said, I knew that man for a short time. If you two know who he is, how does he act? You guys have more say-so than I do at this point.
Would Zany know that Raduin doesn't use daggers?
How many one-shots have you been?
Have we? Has Zany been in more shots with Raduin? I don't know.
I think only Mira can probably answer that. I don't know.
Yeah, Mira.
No. Zanny wouldn't, but Ileana would know.
Because he uses
So Zany asks, does Raduin use daggers?
And how would you know that he's never used daggers?
He's a bard. Bards usually don't use daggers.
Many bards actually do, because they might have to.
Yeah. But it's weird that Ileana see him fight. She only saw him using a crossbow or a short sword.
Yes, and this was up close and personal. It was an assassination. You probably wouldn't have entered a room with the ambassador with a short sword.
or a crossbow.
Yeah,
Well, Yaha might.
Yaha always has crossbows.
That's true. But, like, you could have wielded one and just not ever used it. Like, Ileana has one, she's never used it. Ileana would look to tell her, I'm sorry about your friend.
He said, please find your way back to your rooms, and we'll bring dinner up. And she just kind of walks by you. Yeah, the guard, one of the guards, the guards are still standing forward. As it kind of seems like they are going to be, more guards are going to come. Maybe a divination wizard, something like that. Trying to figure out things.
Really?
Then
What are they gonna do? Can I watch?
They let you say, roll me persuasion.
Okay. Can I use my natural 20?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
One of the guards is like, sure. The guard looks at you like, what? Fine, you can watch, but if you interfere or try anything, we'll kill you.
can I watch also? I'm quite curious with this
Looks to
procedure.
you and like,
Uses that 20.
Same here.
sure.
Use that 20.
They
Those were
set
not
up.
that 20.
They set up like a small rope. You guys must stay in this box.
Wait, we're in a box?
They tied ropes. So they put down two other posts. You must stay in there just so you don't get involved or try and do anything to the lizard.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
So
People seem
Raduin,
to be fine.
death save.
I'm gonna spend that 20 on that one.
Okay, you wake up as you are being manacled.
Oh god.
You're at 1 hit point.
Okay.
You have no gear. And as you wake up to say something, you are punched across the face and knocked unconscious.
Do you want the OOC knowledge, Slade, or what in character we know? Because that's
Slade, you would have heard screaming. To put it with you met a rogue whose name we'll discuss later off character. You heard screaming. You heard that the ambassador has been assassinated by a bard, and Solna stormed out of the room and said, "You need to stay here," and stormed out of the room.
You're also the only one that signed the contract.
So, At this point, Slade solemnly comes back into the room, looking furious, and says, "Only on your behalf have I given your friends the night." And she sits down behind her desk. Do you ask anything, Slade? If you're talking, I can't hear you. Slade?
You're muted,
You're
Slade.
muted, Slade.
Still muted.
Excuse me
There
about
it is.
that. Right. Not gonna lie, I may have missed most of that.
Okay.
So give me the
You
record. I heard
you
screaming, correct?
Screaming. Saw you had met another rogue had walked in. She told you to wait there. She'll go check it out.
Okay.
She's just re-entered and looks at you and says, "Only on your behalf because you signed that contract. I'm giving your friends the night and the benefit of the doubt.
What's going on?
Your bard friend just assassinated the ambassador." And she
Oh,
says
that's
with a
clearly-
certainty,
No, there's gotta be some sort of mistake here. I'm gonna roll an insight
"Okay,
with advantage.
okay." On a 19, she's not lying to you. She seems pretty
Right.
convinced of this fact.
Could you please go take me to see him?
He jumped out the window, his loot was there, and the dagger he used to kill the ambassadors there. The guards
He
corrected
killed
him,
the ambassador.
and then jumped out the window to escape.
Okay, there's definitely some foul play here. I know that in character.
Well, you also know that his main concern when you guys were leaving was dissuading Yaha from coming.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try and exit and find the other couple people.
She looks to you and says, "Your room is up there with him." And she kind of calls one of the barmen through the door. Doesn't seem to be a guild member, just, an employee of the establishment. "Will you please show..." And 2 nat 20s to rise. Nazi Man donates. "Will you please show potential member Rise to his quarters?"
I would like
he
to
nods
see the
and
rest of my party.
they're next door. If we show up to your quarters, you can knock on the doors next to yours to find them.
Very well.
You're not being held prisoner by any means, neither are they. But your room's right
Okay.
there. This way, you know where your room is too.
Let's go check out this room then.
Yeah.
Are we actually in that room?
No, you're not. But she didn't know. She doesn't know that you guys somehow persuaded the guards to watch. So as you walk up the stairs, you see them standing behind this rope, and they're all interested as this cleric walks in, and they're all like, "Ooh, what is he gonna do?" And you see the rest of your party gawking at the crime scene.
Liana's taking notes.
They
I don't-
used their natural 20s to persuade the guards so that they could watch.
She just wants to watch the divination with.
I know why. I'm just
That
saying,
one's
this is what
curious
he's
as shit.
seeing.
I thought you said they were there in the other room.
The barman goes, he looks really confused at the guards, normally they don't let people I don't, your friends must have silver tongues.
Alan looks to Ileana. Despite all this extravagant and curious magic that this cleric is doing, which I've not seen done before, why can't people listen to instructions when we first arrived? And he has a confused look, referring to Radowin.
So, Rise, he goes, "Well, you are a potential member. You do have, I would say, free reign unless the guards don't let you in of that room." And he gives you directions to your room and the key as well, Rise.
Okay, I'm gonna
And
go
then
into
he doesn't even say anything else to you. He doesn't give you direction. He just scoots down the stairs because even as a potential member and the food chain, you were higher than that man.
Wow.
He is a bartender. And you
Okay,
are a
I'm gonna
potential
go
member.
into this room.
The guards are standing outside in front of it, but you can get to your party.
So I can't enter that room?
No,
This is my room.
no, you were trying to enter the crime room or your room?
No, my room. You
Oh
said I
yeah,
had mine.
yeah. You can go to your room. There's you put your stuff there if you want. It's nice. You walk by the party, you
Yeah.
wave to them. They just kind of walked by.
Yep.
You walked by. Are you going to sleep?
No. I'm going to make, with that Nat 20 investigation, I'm looking for peepholes, things that aren't to be seen, double mirrors. I want to know
You
if I'm
completely
safe
go
in this
all
room.
over the room. It is a regular room. There are no peepholes. There's no secret things. You are just in a regular room that they would give to any other guest.
Right, time to go and see the rest of the party, so
Okay.
they can explain to me.
So you walk up to the rest of the party, as they're gawking.
Mm-hmm. Adlin?
Oh yes, there's divination magic being produced here. He looks back to the crime scene.
So,
Zane is
Radowin
currently
killed him?
glaring at Rise.
What for? That's a bit rude.
He looks back to Rise. Well, I'm sure the reason why you're here is the same reason why we are here.
I was told that Radowin killed a man.
Oh, so you're not here to look at this cleric? And
What cleric?
he said the cleric walked in the room and he's doing divination magic and we're watching.
There's a cleric and a wizard. There's a divination wizard and a cleric.
Yeah! Technically, Ileana is another wizard.
God.
Ileana,
Yeah.
you are a follower of what deity?
Agba.
You see a cleric of Agma walk in. You see him begin to cast some sort of spell that uses incense, and it's very quick. And he stands up and he looks at the guards. The bard was the last to touch the dagger, and then he walks out. He casts divination.
I want to insight check that guy.
Mm-hmm. Good.
That's a good spell.
20.
He was given a sign by his god, the god of knowledge, that Radowin was the last person to touch the dagger.
Huh.
Yes, you lean over and say, "That's a cleric of Aqua." He knows. He used divination, so he asked Aqua. He was given a sign. Just to help.
Oh, I should ask. Did anyone else sign the contract?
Nope.
Alan looks to you. No, I rather not give my name to something that I may dishonor.
And Slade, between you and just only you know this, you were told if you find any other potential members that assist you in this job, they will also be given the same cut and the money, as long as they were not here and refused the contract.
I just looked at Adlin. Adlin, it's a $5,000 for stealing an item.
Yes. It doesn't mean I'm going to take $5,000 to kill someone for an item.
They didn't say anything about killing them. If we don't get it, we don't get it. But holy hell, if we can get it, that's $5,000. That could buy us a new life.
Are you really that enthusiastic in front of your... And he looks to Ileana, other half, who also did not sign it.
He just looks behind at Ileana. Why didn't you sign it?
I didn't want to. Because I belong to a guild.
Well, just because they offer you the membership surely doesn't mean that you have to accept it.
There's the implication that you will. And once I didn't want that implication.
I mean,
There'll be money available again. Granted, probably not as lucrative or whatever, but
look, I'm sure it's not as daunting as they're making it out to be. I mean, you could call it an initiative trial, but like it's $5,000.
Zany speaks up. She says, "Money isn't everything."
It's easy for you to say you have a house. You're out of the wolf.
yeah.
I don't have anything, Zanny. As far as material possessions go, I don't have anything. It would be... I would love to have my own home.
It's about the price of a house too, yeah, roughly.
I mean, this could be my new life. This $5,000 could take me anywhere away from Penrith if I needed.
So, you would rather sell your soul to a guild, possibly steal an object that could get you in more trouble,
Or killed.
or killed, just for 5,000 gold.
I used to do things that would get me killed.
So did I.
Free.
Do you see me here right now? Did I sign that contract? I did not. I have friends. I have somebody that cares about me, and she looks at Eliana, and then she looks back to Rise. I
Don't you dare.
care more about the people that I surround myself with than I care about material possessions. I would live on the street.
Alan looks at Zanny confused. He's like, what did you used to do?
She looks at him and she says, I was a mercenary.
So then. See, one thing between you and me, Zanny, is I had no one looking out for my back then. I didn't
And
have
I did.
You were part of a guild.
That doesn't mean anybody there had my back. Right now, I have people chasing after me that I used to consider friends. You have been in my dream. You've seen Reach.
Yeah, I've seen him, and he's a bad guy. But these people here, they don't look evil to me. All I see is them giving me a potentially life-changing job. Something that I can help myself with my future, with those I love. I have never had anything in the over a month that I've stayed here coming like this.
Alan shrugs and says,
So you want me to just tell Roland that you give up with him?
Alan shrugs and just says, you know, the Golden Hunt back in Penrith also gives rewards similar to these, but you know, you have to prove that you can hunt big game. And as a ranger of the mountains, that's what I intend to do when I go back after this encounter. And he looks to the crime scene after we sort this mess out. Which is right on thinking.
Ileana,
Yes.
can you somehow be a pathway for ascending?
I can relay what you want me to in 25 words or less.
As long as she knows the person.
As long as I know the person.
Does she know Roland?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I never met him.
It's the guild she's a part of.
Fought beside him. Nope, never met him. Went to war.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you please do ascending to Roland for me?
I can, but before you say it, what you want to say versus ending. I don't know. Don't act rashly, I guess. I mean, I don't know what is.
It's okay.
What,
Don't worry, Ileana. You'll be okay.
What are your 25 words? I need to count them, that's why. Slade will say them, you don't need to repeat them.
okay.
You're just acting as, from Rise, so those are the first two words. You have 23 words left.
Okay, I just gotta remember what this town was called. What's the island we're on?
You're on the Urtatul in Hofsa.
Okay. So from Rise, the Article Thieves Guild. What do you know? They have offered me a job and a membership. Need answers.
Roland's we're a small time. Probably trying to take over the work. The choice is yours.
Hang on, you sort of cut out there, like halfway through the middle.
Basically, we're small time. Probably trying to grow with the elimination of competition. The choice is yours.
Would it violate our teachings, our trainings?
So are you casting another sending for him?
Oh
No.
yeah, however many he needs.
Yes. If you walk that path, you walk it alone.
Ironic, because he is technically alone when he signed the paper by himself.
Roland doesn't know that. He's
Nope.
not even asking Ileana why she's there. She's like, nah.
Yeah.
They went on a romantic cruise. Who cares?
Okay, that's all I'm gonna do for this evening, then.
And at that point, as you guys return to your rooms, we say goodbye to Twitch. Bye,
Bye, Twitch.
Bye,
Plot
Twitch!
thickens.